It's Saturday, March 23rd, 2019, and this is 5 on your side at 10.
You think about your family members whenever you see something like this.
A person just standing on the sidewalk is killed in a crash on a street where neighbors say speed is a problem.
Another violent scene in downtown St. Louis, this one getting all kinds of shares online. So what's really going on when it comes to crime in downtown?
A race to rescue hundreds of people off a cruise ship stranded in a storm.
And remember the Patriots owner accused of soliciting sex? Well, he says he's still not guilty, but now he says he's sorry. An update to breaking news from earlier today. One person is now in custody for a deadly crash involving not one, but 4 cars in North St. Louis.
One man was killed, and the people who live there say he was just standing on the sidewalk when he was struck. Our Jasmine Payut spoke with witnesses who say they've never seen anything like it.
Casey, Jen, I want to show you just how bad this accident was. The crime scene spans about 2 blocks of the normally busy North Grand Avenue in St. Louis. Crews have been here for about 4 hours as they try to piece together what happened.
It's screwed up, and I've been to a few accident scenes driving a tow truck myself, and this one's just unreal.
One busy St. Louis street and 4 banged up cars, all stopping traffic after a deadly crash on North Grand Avenue.
I can't even picture how this happened. It's hard to even put it together.
But a man who asked not to be identified says he has part of the picture. He was in his car when he saw another vehicle speeding down the street around 4:30 Saturday afternoon.
I felt the wind off the car. As far away as I was, he had to be moving.
When he got out of his car, he saw this.
Hit the dip on Grand there, hit the white car, came airborne, hit the light pole.
He then got closer to the scene where he saw the victim lying on the ground.
I touched his back, and his breathing, I didn't feel him breathing.
He called police, but the man could not be saved.
Real bad, real bad. Made me feel bad. Almost brought me to tears. It's rough, it's bad.
The cause of the crash has not been determined, but Carolyn Harris believes speed was most likely a factor, something she's seen a lot on the street.
It's just dangerous. I mean, a kid could have been crossing the street. Kids could have been standing over there.
Whatever the cause, Harris says standing on the sidewalk should not be something you have to worry about.
And then all of a sudden, somebody comes along with making the wrong decision and destroys everything.
This is a very active investigation. The man who was struck here today has not yet been identified. Reporting in St. Louis, Jasmine Payut, 5 on your side.
Less than a mile down the road at the corner of North Grand and Broadway, speed has also been an issue, but in the form of drag racing. City crews installed concrete barriers last August up and down Broadway. The goal was to deter racing by limiting the lanes from 4 down to 2.
It's been viewed and shared thousands of times on Facebook. A video of a violent fight in the heart of downtown St. Louis. This comes just days after a shooting near the Enterprise Center. It's not a good look for our area. So we wanted to know what kind of impact these incidents could have on people's perception of downtown. 5 on your side, Sarah Maki asked around. And Sarah, what did people tell you?
Well, we're standing right in front of where that fight video was shot, and it's a very different scene today. It's a disturbing video, and it's getting a lot of reaction online, but we took a look at the numbers, and they show a really different story.
Blues fans on their way to the game, customers filing through the front door of a local restaurant, and these convention attendees catching an Uber. This is what you want to see on a trip downtown. But last Saturday, at the end of a St. Patrick's Day celebration, one visitor caught something else on camera.
We're just shocked, like what happened. I was like, damn, never expected that to happen before.
Brian Gomez didn't want to be on camera for our interview, but his video of a fight downtown has blown up on social media. The video shows multiple groups of people fighting on Washington Avenue, some kicking a man while he's on the ground. The video has gotten hundreds of reactions, more than 300 shares, 26,000 views, and counting.
Social media is not the place to get your news.
Missy Kelly runs Downtown STL Inc., advocating for the area, and she says the fight video And a shooting Thursday not far from the Enterprise Center can give the wrong impression about downtown.
Well, I think the thing that we have with social media is that there are things that are, like catch people's eyes, and so they start watching it, and then it kind of becomes its own, it takes on a life of its own.
And the numbers seem to agree. Stats from the past year show downtown crime reports are dropping over the past year. Even the man who took the fight video, Brian Gomez, says he'll be back soon.
Well, I'm not concerned of anything because, it wasn't anything bad like gang members or anything. It's just people that had a little bit of drinks.
So we asked, are there any new security measures coming to downtown? And it turns out there are. The city is going to start replacing the lights on the poles out here, making it a little lighter, a little brighter on the sidewalks downtown. And they're also installing what's called smart city infrastructure into the light poles. That means that they will be wired for shot spotters, security cameras, and pedestrian counters, all starting this summer. In St. Louis, Sarah Maki, 5 on your side.
Police are trying to figure out why someone was walking on I-64 last night. That tops tonight's nightcap. That person was hit and killed. Fairview Heights tells us the person who died was a 28-year-old from St. Louis, but we don't know his name yet. Illinois State Police are handling the investigation. Austin Pearson was killed last night at a gas station in Alton. A fight broke out inside the gas station before the shooting. A man who knew Pearson was taken into custody.
Tonight, the details of what's inside the Mueller report still remains a mystery to most of America. But the Attorney General spent the day reviewing the documents. He will now decide what to reveal. The report covers the investigation into whether the president or anyone in his inner circle colluded with Russians in the 2016 elections. Attorney General William Barr hopes to share some of the details with members of Congress tomorrow.
If there's no collusion that was found, then it strongly vindicates President Trump, but it raises those serious questions about who's going to be held accountable at the FBI, the bad actors that had a political agenda.
We want to know, did Donald Trump, his family members, or any of his associates commit any crime?
House Democrats say that they're ready to go to court to force the report's full release and subpoena Mueller to testify if the special counsel report isn't made public. A group of Central West End neighbors couldn't accept their local restaurant going under, so they decided to step in and save it.
Yeah, now when the West End Grill and Pub, WeGap as the locals call it, reopens, those neighbors will be part owners. They banded together to invest along with two of the original owners. One of the new co-owners tells us she invested in the pub because it was important for her that people in her place have a place to go in her community.
I think it's a testament to staying local. And I know that everybody in here, everybody who's a part of this and others that love the place are probably going to be proud of that fact too. And I hope for that fact alone, we're all going to be here 3 weeks from now like nothing ever happened.
The restaurant is reopening next month in the same location. The menu, we're told, is getting a makeover. Some of the favorites should still be around though, and we're told you can expect it to be affordable.
So we just chalk this up to an unexpected adventure.
An unexpected adventure is right. These cruise passengers had to evacuate their ship. Why they weren't the only ones to get stuck.
Showers have moved into the area tonight, but we're more concerned with the potential for strong storms Sunday. I'll break down the timing of those storms.
What would you do if you won $625 million? We'll check tonight's numbers in the Powerball drawing